Oh, hi. It's your buddy Ken Boggle. This is Coffee with Ken Boggle. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so incredibly knocked out that you could be here. If you'd like, say hello in the comment section below. That's on your Facebook or on the Cosm app. Just say, hey, how you doing? And chat it up with me. It's Coffee with Ken Boggle. Yeah. Yeah, joining me for the first time ever as a little talking squares, my girlfriend Elizabeth Saint. She's over here, over here. The
Good
little
morning,
Elizabeth Saint.
everyone.
Look at her there. I'm not good at this. I could never be a meteorologist, Elizabeth. There's a
It's
cold
okay.
front. Yeah, anyway. So welcome to Coffee with Ken Boggle. Elizabeth Saint is going to join me. Elizabeth Saint from Ghost of Shepherdstown and Elizabeth Saint from formerly Video Space, now Cosm. Really good friend of mine. Love her deeply. How was your week, Elizabeth?
My week was insane. Yeah, it felt pretty insane. It was
Yeah.
very busy,
It
but
was,
it's a good thing. I started this side of the company that's like Cosm Creative,
mm-hmm.
and I started picking up more clients for that, and it's been really great, but it's kept me even more busy than it was before.
As if you needed anything else to do, lady.
I know.
As if
What
you
about
needed.
you?
Well, I started this week by getting a speeding ticket.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, what? Hello,
Mon-
Sunday.
Monday morning, I decided that I would, go well over the speed limit. But it was a really interesting thing that happened, right? So I was going over the speed limit. I knew I was going over the speed limit. I'm the kind of person that if you mess up, you know you're messing up, you just own up to it, right? So the cop comes up to the car and he, is like, roll your windows down. And like I did. And he says to me, he's like, hey, do you know why I pulled you over? And I'm like, yeah, I was speeding. He looks at me like,
At
are
least
we?
you were honest.
He looked at me as if to say, are we really going with the truth? Like, is that
Mm.
what we're doing? And I said to him, yeah, I was going well over the speed limit. And I'm very apologetic. I'm so sorry. And you're just doing your job and I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping all of us safe. Would you like my license and registration? And he was like, yeah, I would also like your insurance. I'm like, great, wonderful. So like I'm compiling it all together. And he says, why were you speeding? Why were you speeding? And I said, well, I have to be at work at 10. And he looks at his watch and he says, it's 9:15 and you're 10 minutes away. And I tried to explain to him that as an obsessive compulsive, there were things I had to do before I clocked in. Like I needed to go to Starbucks and get a cup of coffee, and I had all these petty things to do. And he just smiled and laughed, and he said, "I'm going to go write you a ticket, and I'm going to be right back." So he goes and he writes me a ticket, and I just so happen to have a copy
He
of that
did the
ticket.
ticket? He didn't do a warning or something
No,
like that?
no, well, Elizabeth,
I would have humored you.
I was going well over the speed limit. So then he
Okay.
proceeds to hand me what can only be described as a scroll from Lord of the Rings.
What is that?
Elizabeth, this is my ticket.
Why is it so long?
I asked him if it was a belt. I literally was like, where's Frodo? Like, where's the ring? Why are you handing me this scroll from Mordor? What's happening here? So anyway,
oh my gosh.
we had a lovely conversation. We got to put that somewhere. We had a lovely conversation. He was a great gentleman. I immediately started to just sort of like have one of those nervous panic moments where you just laugh like randomly. And I was like, yeah, I called my girlfriend Jenny and I was like, guess who got a ticket? And she proceeded to berate me for like the rest of my journey to work, as she should have. Nobody should speed. It's not a good thing. Don't drink and drive. Don't, be on your telephone texting while you're, I know the rule, but like
Wow.
it was an interesting way to start the week. So guess what I'm doing next Sunday?
What?
I'm going to the Sacred Journey it's a Sacred Journey market in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'll be there Sunday, and that's going to be at the Holiday Inn Suites, Cincinnati
Sacred
Eastgate.
Journey. Is that an event?
It's a hell of an event, and it's the first time
Ah,
that these promoters are doing this event. So
I love the name.
Sacred Journey, isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
Now, the following weekend, I'm going to be, that'll be the weekend of 14th and 15th, I think, of August. I'm going to be at the Clarion in Lexington at the Central Kentucky's Mystical Market. Now, that'll be 2 days. I'll be there Saturday and Sunday, but
Ooh.
that's off New Circle in Lexington, the Clarion Hotel. Very excited about that. I love it. What have you got going on? What are you doing?
What am I? Oh, I actually in a couple weeks I'll probably be filming with Steve Shippey.
Oh, good
Some
old.
more. I've been doing some work with him over the past year, and it's been really fantastic. He's just a really, really good guy, and I love the content that he's been creating and putting out.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
But I might
you're.
be I haven't built anything for a while. But he told me about the location and I was like, "You know what? I have some time. Maybe I'll actually build." It's like I say I have time, but I kind of like don't. But it's okay. I will make time to create something new for this.
I think
Maybe.
that you. I listen. I think you just lied to our friends. By the way, good morning, everybody on Facebook and Cosmo. I think you just lied to our friends. I don't think that you have the time. Okay, unless you the last thing you built was a time machine. I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah, you might be Hermione Granger. You might have one of those time spinner things, and you
Oh,
just keep
but
going.
she's amazing, so I'm okay with that.
Yes, she is totally amazing. So Steve, that's great. That's awesome. How's he
Yeah.
doing?
Oh, he's doing great. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
just been creating shock docs and creating lots of content, and it's great. Yeah.
we love that. We love content creators, which is, one of the reasons why we made Cosm, right? Why you've created this amazing thing so that people like us have a voice and all that, which we totally appreciate.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. It's like, what else can you really there's just so many people out there and they unfortunately they don't get the opportunity to showcase their work any other way. And
Yeah.
it's really a shame because I know that we've spoken about it before, but unless you are on a major network or you have these connections, which aren't necessarily fair sometimes or most of the time or all of the time,
Okay, there we go. There we go. There we
then
go.
it's like then but I really always wanted to create what's so funny is when I was a kid I would say one day when I'm successful with my work I'm going to I want a place where artists can showcase their work. Like I want like this little place in the city where lots of artists could just showcase their works and people could come in and appreciate their art and support them. And it's so funny because now that I'm older, I did not expect it to ever be a platform, but that's essentially what it is. It's a place for all of these amazing artists and content creators to showcase their art.
Absolutely. So if you're watching us on Facebook, you really need to go over to Cosm. That's QOSM. And get yourself a subscription, a monthly subscription. When you use the promo code Tarot Date, all one word, TAROTDATE, you get your monthly subscription for it's like $3.50, right?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. So awesome. So support Cosm. It supports me, content creators like me. Thank you all very much. If you've already got one, mucho gracias. So, the first three chapters, let's talk about this. The first three chapters of my book have been edited and finished.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Wait, I have a question, and only because I recently did, and you might already have somebody doing it, so I'm sorry to put you on the spot. But
I
I
love it.
recently did Mike Couch's book cover. I don't know if you saw it when he posted it.
I did not.
So I don't know if someone's making that for you yet, or if you had ideas.
Are you suggesting that you take even more time from your schedule to
Look,
maybe?
I made Mike Couch's book cover in 2 hours. Okay, I can
Well,
find you 2 hours.
well, look, you find me all the time in the world. You always have. You always do, and I'm totally here for it. But yeah, I've got the first three chapters. My amazing editor in Tennessee, her name's Mary Jo Jeffries. Mary Jo, she has done the whole first three chapters. Now, I don't know percentage wise, you're good at math. So there's 28 chapters. We've got three done. What is that, 9% of the book? Something like that? Is it? Yeah, almost 10%. Look at me doing math in the morning. Who is
Oh
she?
my gosh.
Anyway, so it's like 9% of the book is done. I'm so incredibly excited about it. Like, I can't even tell you. Becoming Ken Boggle is the title. And it's a story about my life growing up and the journey that kind of took me to becoming Ken Boggle, as told through the major arcana of the tarot.
Wow.
It's never been done before, Elizabeth.
That's very interesting.
Never been done before. A lot of people have written autobiographies and memoirs, but no one's ever done it through the scope of the major arcana of the tarot. It's the first
Yeah.
time ever. But you know, that's what you and I do, isn't it? Like, we're the first, people at home, all my buddies, Kathy Hartman, Miss Jennifer, everybody watching at home, Mama Kim, Mackenzie. This Elizabeth Saint and I are actually the first people to produce a television show where tarot is a central theme. Did you know that, Elizabeth? We're the first people in television history to do that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We need more accolades.
We need more alkaline.
But wait, I was just looking at the footage a couple days ago from what we just shot in Duluth.
Oh, but we
And
were in
I am
Minnesota.
so excited. Like it
Really?
looks really good. Oh yeah.
Say
Yep.
more.
No,
Say
it looks
more.
it looks fantastic. So Ken and I were recently at an event in Duluth, Para Unity Convention, and it was a fantastic time. I felt like I was in an amazing dream because I got to see all of these fantastic people that I've missed for, oh my gosh, year and a half, maybe 2 years for some of them. And but Ken and I also at the same time, our booths were right next to each other. Thank you, Ken.
Love you.
And and I got to, while we were there, I got to film all of these episodes of Tarot Date with Ken Boggle, and we're going to be putting them out here soon. I'm so excited. They're these little like popcorn bites of episodes, but we have so many now.
Do we? How many do you think we have, really? I think like 10.
Oh. Yeah.
Maybe more. I don't know.
Yeah, I
But it
don't know.
was
Some of them were, well, some of them you just kept rolling into them. So I don't know, but yeah, I would say at the least 10 because some of those readings were like 15 minutes and some were 30 and right?
Wow. Yeah.
I mean,
And it was, I think it, and now this is, no, for sure. This is the first time that you've ever been with me, like when I'm doing like a convention, one after the other, nonstop. What did you think about the process of how that went? What did you think about being at a
honestly,
convention, doing that?
well, the first time that I met you at Scarefest, I remember you giving readings, but
Yeah.
honestly, it was not like that. It was not like what I just recently experienced with you because like some of these readings that you were giving, I'd look over and they were so intense. And it was like one after another. And honestly, like that's, I can only imagine how much it just takes out of you
Oh my
because
God.
I know every time you give a reading, like you're giving every part of you,
Yeah. But you remember, you used to say to me, when we filmed, no, it wasn't when we filmed. It was after the first day that we filmed, and you and I were just sort of talking, and you said to me, Ken, there's something really interesting that happens when you start shuffling the cards. It's like a whole other part of you kind of just takes over, and you just sort of,
Absolutely.
and I'm always interested to see that on film because I'm always the same person, but there is a whole other layer that kind of
No,
happens.
there's a whole nother layer. And it's not only like this energy that comes through, but you even sit differently and your mannerisms are slightly different. Like, oh, come on, you've never noticed this.
I mean, I didn't notice I sit differently.
Yes, like you sit up straighter almost. Like, I don't
do
know. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden, it's like, here I am, I'm present. But it's not just you. I feel like it's the force of everything that's with you in that moment,
Yeah.
I've always felt it from the beginning since we first started filming together.
And now we've been filming together for 4 years, right?
Oh my gosh.
Is
Yeah,
that right?
yeah, I guess. Yeah. I feel like after last year, I just have to add a year to what I think everything is. So yes, that is correct.
Yeah, absolutely. Just add plus 1 year. Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you this, with as fast paced as it was going, and literally at this convention, it was in Minnesota, the one that Elizabeth and I are talking about. it was just one after the other. It was Mama Kim saying to, Mama Sita, Mama Kim, she was saying to everybody, are you wanting to be on film? And, do you mind if it's
Mhm.
filmed? Da, 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 da,
She was
da.
amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mama
isn't she?
Kim.
She is always amazing. She gets credit on this one, right? As like production assistant, Kim
Yeah.
Ford Johnson. Anyway, she would like get everybody set up. Elizabeth would be changing microphones, fixing the camera angles, and then I would just bend over the table. Elizabeth would be in my butt pocket, like fixing the microphones or changing a battery, and then like boom, sit down, camera. We would do a piece to camera, like tell them your name, your email address, and or can we use your image? And
Give
like,
us all your rights.
right, and it's like action. Welcome.
Yep.
It was like, I think at the end of it, and if I'm not mistaken, Mama Kim could tell you better, but I think we did over 40 readings in that 24-hour period.
Oh
Now,
my gosh.
that's a lot.
That is really a lot.
But you know what else, Elizabeth? It doesn't account for the readings I did in people's hotel rooms privately.
Oh, whoa, wait a second. That sounds a little different. Or maybe my mind just goes there. I don't know.
So privately, in people's hotel rooms, I sometimes will do a little ditty. I'll do a little reading sometimes. But anyway, it was lovely. I did a reading for Chris Fleming. You know Chris.
I didn't know you did a reading for Chris. He is fantastical. Actually, it was my first time meeting him.
Really? I felt it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
It was my first time meeting him. Yeah, he was great. And I didn't know that he was doing all of that spirit art.
See, he is like all of us. He's really evolving, like Chris is. He's really evolving.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot. He has a lot coming for us, and I'm here for it. And I support him, and I think he's a really very interesting, very attractive gentleman. And he did the lip sync battle. I can't remember what song he did. What was it? It was AC/DC, Highway to Hell, right?
Yeah. It
His
was Highway to Hell,
biceps,
right?
his biceps are the size of my head. I came unglued. It was
He was
delicious.
in it.
He was in
great.
it. But then Chad Lindbergh, right? So Chad Lindbergh gets up and does Vanilla Ice, little ditty called
it was amazing.
And it was pretty flawless, I thought. And I've loved Dustin Perry for years, but I said openly and honestly that I think Chad Lindbergh was robbed. He was robbed. I thought he won the lip sync. He won the lip sync competition, and that's just the way it is, and the rules I made up in my mind. Yeah. So, that, and I might have a crush on Chad. It's a thing I've been battling for years.
I think everybody does.
Right?
He's just a really stand-up guy.
He really, really is.
And he's a lot of fun.
Totally is. So, I've been doing.
Oh, by the way, wait a second. Mama Kim said 52 readings in 2 days.
We did 52 readings in 2 days.
I feel like that's a world record. I feel like you might have broken a world record.
Elizabeth, I have an idea.
Oh gosh.
Well,
if it doesn't exist, let's create it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
just
what I'm
line
saying.
People up.
Okay. This is usually the way text messages go between Elizabeth Saint and I. At any point, at any day, it can be noon, it can be midnight, it can be 2:30. I begin to say, hey, ladybug, or hey, lover, I have an idea. ... And Elizabeth's like, okay. But I think maybe we should get in touch with Guinness World Records and see who does the most accurate tarot card readings within a 24-hour period. Who can do that? I think it's us. I think we can nail that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because people at home, you don't know this, but like it's rare for me to eat when I do readings. I normally don't eat. I normally don't go to the restroom. I normally just keep going, don't I, Belle?
Yeah, you absolutely do.
I normally just keep going. But I will tell you this, Elizabeth was changing the batteries in my butt pocket, and I said to her, I was like, you do realize that you're Alice and I'm the Mad Hatter, right? Like that's We're always on a trip to Wonderland,
It's
Elizabeth and I.
okay. Yeah. I'm just glad that you're comfortable with it too.
I'm in love with you. Like I have been in
Yeah.
love. And by the way, Elizabeth, who went to the casino and won $44 plus change.
Oh, look, I just put in a 20 and, I double my money.
I made 22 $22 and some change. But then we all went over to the place where you put your receipt in and then it gives you the money. And I was trying to show Elizabeth and our friend Lindsay Rutledge. You all know Lindsay. She's watching us too. Love her. I was like, this is my favorite machine in the whole casino.
Mhm.
Like I walked them over to, by the way, I'm in this like really TV static sports coat. And I walked them over to this machine and we were putting our things in and boom, money comes out. I was like, this is my favorite thing. And
Yes.
we had a blast. We had a blast because the guys from Destination Fear were there, right?
Yeah. They're
And
they're just really stand-up guys, honestly.
I
And
might
they're a
be,
ton of fun.
yeah, I might be in love with all three of them.
It's okay, I am too.
Okay, that's fair. That's because I don't know. It's like Chad Limber. I don't know if you can meet them and not fall in love with them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and they're like it's become a running joke, but they're also tall. I didn't expect
Yes.
that. I think they're the tallest people in the paranormal.
I think you might be right. You might very well be
Yeah.
right. Now, Dustin Perry gives them a run for their money, but
Yeah.
that's
Oh
a
my
tall drink
gosh,
of
yeah.
whiskey. And
Tanner, yeah.
Tanner, that's his
Yeah,
name,
yeah, yeah.
Tanner. Yeah. So Tanner, lovely. And that Dakota's so flawless. His skin is
Mhm.
flawless. He has impeccable manner. Like I'm really about, and like I literally, we were having a little private little party up in the hotel room, and every time they turned around, I had another bottle of champagne like pouring into other people's, and
I know,
another bottle of
I was
champagne.
watching you.
We went through 6 bottles.
Hospitality suite.
Yes, that was that's what we're gonna start calling my room.
I mean, yeah.
Then I pulled my pajama pants up to my tits and proceeded to lay a bag of potato chips on my chest and pass out.
I missed that part.
Yeah, that was private only,
Wait, there
right?
was a
Like
picture.
there
Yes.
was. Thanks to our good friend Lindsay Rutledge, who's also on Cosm, she and Mike Archer. She turned the bathroom light on and took a picture of me in this date. It was just only a good friend would do that to you, right? Like only your best friends will take a picture of you giving off
Yeah.
granddad realness. Anyway, so the last thing to talk about that is that, and the thing that I'm really most excited about, other than all the fantastic readings that we captured on film, is I'm really excited about that lecture that we did because we filmed that 30-minute lecture. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah. I love it. It's
Do
gonna
you?
be such a great addition. Yeah.
Fabulous. Because I literally had no idea what I was talking about. I, I
It's so funny how that goes. It's like, you know what? Sometimes I honestly think that there are people in moments where like something like that presents itself and it's like you're just channeling whatever it is and whatever messages come out, it's meant for all of those people that are hearing it,
yeah, yeah.
you know?
And well, that morning, um, and I knew for 3 months I was going to do. No, I knew for nearly a year that I had to do a lecture or a seminar or talk about tarot. I knew for a whole year I had to do it, and I just never created or come up with like what I was going to say. And I remember being in the hotel shampooing my hair, thinking, okay, I just need one good joke, and if they laugh, then everything will be fine. I'll go from there, right? Like I just need everyone to laugh. And I created that one joke, and that's the only thing I went in with. That is the only thought I had. Do joke, talk tarot. That's like the only thought I have. And so the microphone comes out, and Elizabeth's filming all of it. We're all set up, and what a great crowd we had too.
I
11
know
of
you
them are
had a really
fine.
great crowd there.
I thought I walked into someone else's seminar. I was like, "Are these people here for
They're
me?
all for you, baby.
What
Yep.
happened to her? And who is she? Who is hers? And I went up there, told the joke, they laughed, and then we were off and running. I just thought it was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see it. We had a really, really good time. Right. Well, thank you very much, Miss Elizabeth. I'm going to go ahead and start our tarot gallery reading. I love you.
All
And
right,
next week,
sounds good. I love you.
and we'll see you next week.
All right,
Love
sounds good.
her. First time ever that I got to sit with Elizabeth Saint and do that lovely little moment. Let's check our chats. Mama Kim says that it was amazing, and it really, really was. It was amazing. Jennifer Marine says it's exhausting. Even practicing for me, I don't know how you did 55 readings, she's saying, and that is pretty phenomenal. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, we're coming to the place where we're going to do the tarot gallery reading. Okay, so what that means is you on Facebook, YouTube, the Cosm app can type in questions, and I will endeavor to answer them with some common sense, intuition, and a deck of tarot cards. And I'm really excited about it. Now, we can talk about anything. You can ask me questions about anything. It can be work, family, home, money, emotions, creative projects. It could be stresses and anxieties that you have. And then they'll pop on the screen somewhere over here. And like this. Like this. And I will endeavor to answer them. You can ask me anything that you'd like, and I will answer. Oh, one thing that we don't do, the one thing I don't do is I don't do mediumship readings on, I don't do mediumship readings, not at this hour, not at this hour, not on social media. Peggy Sells, oh my God, so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. You give me a question that you wanted to answer to, Love Bug, and I'll answer it. Lisa Palmarez Zimmerman says, do I need to go see my mom soon? Let's start there. Miss Lisa Zimmerman, who's a really good friend of mine. I love her intensely and importantly and deeply. She wants to know if she should go see her mama soon. Let's find out. By the way, this hat is brought to you by Lionhearted Clothing. You can find them on Instagram, Lionhearted Clothing. It's done by a 15-year-old lovely young lady, and her name's Imani. She's fabulous. She's fabulous. Should Lisa Zimmerman go see her mommy soon? The answer is absolutely yes. The answer is absolutely yes. Totally, you should. What makes this really interesting for me, and those of you at home, you obviously don't know, but Lisa lives in my state, and her mommy lives in a completely different state. So there obviously is some travel involved. And what I find to be totally like confirmation, like total confirmation about it, is the world shows up in the middle of the tarot spread. So I did the whole tarot spread, 5 cards to answer yes or no. And the answer is yes. And in the center is the world. Boop, boop. Now, why is that interesting? Well, because in tarot, the world is a symbol of a couple of different things. One is it's the jackpot of tarot. It's one of the best cards you could possibly draw. It's also a sign of closing up loose ends and tying up loose ends. So Lisa, if there's anything that needs to be brought to closure, if there's anything that needs to be dealt with, if there's any loose ends of any kind, make sure that we lock it down when we're down there. Also, we see the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac, which is symbolic of allowing things to kind of cycle and transform and to transition and to change. But most importantly, it's about travel. Bloop, 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 bloop. It's about travel. So even though this card is made up of only 3, this spread is made up of only 3 yeses, for the center card to be a card of yes that says travel and says, most definitely, I think it is confirmation for sure. Go see your mama. And come see me, because I'm going to give you a tarot card reading, Miss Lisa Zimmerman, because I was at Starbucks the other day, minding my fucking business, getting me a cup of coffee. And as one does at a Starbucks, as one does. And her beautiful, gorgeous sons came up and walked by, and they're both gorgeous. All of her children are gorgeous. But I'm totally in love with her sons. They came up and it was Ken Boggle, and I'm like, oh hi, like I'm having this whole freak out moment. It's like 8 o'clock on a Tuesday or something, and I got to see her boys, and they were like, you need to talk to our mama. She kind of need her some Ken Boggle. Hers is feeling herself, and I'm like, okay, sure, let's do that because I love Lisa. I do. I love you very, very much. Go see your mama, girl. Go see your mama. Hmm. Okay, so Tammy Wiseman, Tammy Sisk Weissman says, hi, Ken. Good morning. I've had some health tests done recently, and I'm anxious about the results. Any insight for me? Can't wait to meet you in Vegas. Girl, she's going to Vegas, though. Hers is going to Vegas. If you'd like to come see me in Vegas, it's going to be December 2021. You can get there. Mama Kim, or anybody who would be willing to do it, put the address for tickets to the Vegas Paracon. I think it's vegasparacon.com. If you want to get tickets, go there. But anyway, let's talk about Miss Tammy. Miss Tammy says that she's got some health tests that are just sort of like ready for her, waiting for her, or she's waiting for them, depending on how you took the test. And she would like to know how those are going to kind of turn out. So let's just take a good explorative look at Tammy Weissman's health, shall we? Of course, we're not doctors and we're not, professional medical people. However, so we won't be doing any diagnosing, of course, because that's not legal. But we can take a good look at your health. Let's do that. Boom, boom, boom. Rest your mind. There are some issues. Facts. You have some health issues. I can't diagnose them, right? And it's not a thing I can do. And I'm not going to get too deep into it because this is social media and public, right? Had you signed a waiver, we'd fuck this whole thing up. But here's what I will say. I think that there are some underlying health concerns that are taking from you energy and quality of life. They are all dealable. There's not a single thing that's going to come back in these results that are not that is beyond the scope of medicine to treat and to cure. There's not a single thing that's going to come up that is not treatable or curable. Do you understand? So what I need you to do is I need you to sit tight, think and speak positively about all of it, even your general health. Okay. Think and speak positively, visualize positively. These things do matter. These things they do alter our situations. And then I want you to be willing to follow doctor's instructions, and I want you to be willing to balance your health out. Okay. Overall, Four of Swords. Four of Swords tells me, yes, that there are things that are going on, as does your fear, right? Five of Cups. That a lot of your health issues are running amok, that you're having some real health issues. So it's a thing that's real. However, this tells me to rest your mind. Look how pleasant he is. Look how calm. Look how calm. Look, stay in a state of serene prayer. Okay. These are going to be okay, babe. It will be okay. And I think that there's a lot of things that and now listen, this is coming from my guts and my psychic gut. There are things that are going to come out in these tests that will cause you to be better with your health, that are going to prevent worse things from coming. Nobody knows what that means yet. You don't even know what that means yet, but trust and believe. Take doctor's advice, start treating yourself better, start really thinking better about your health. Stop being so obsessed about how wrong your health is. and you're going to notice a change. You will notice a change. Everybody give her love. Give Miss Tammy love for talking about her health and the issues that she's going through. Lori Collins says, I need some guidance on what my spirit animal is. That bitch is trying to be alpha. I have an idea, but I'm not sure. Spirit animal. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do spirit animal. Lori Collins, you've stumped Ken Boggle. Bitch. What a bitch. Peggy Sells. You stumped me. I'm sorry, Lori Collins, you stumped me. So let's see here. Let's go with Peggy. Let's do Peggy. Peggy says, I'm going to continue with the job. Am I going to continue with the job I have? She's asking career. Should she continue in the position she's in, I'm guessing. Let's find out. Should Peggy Sells stay in the career she is currently in? Do you all love my new kitchen? Isn't it fabulous? Don't you love it? These countertops here, very Kardashian. Look at the whole color palette. Lovely. Yeah. Just side note. The answer's no, Peggy. The answer's no. No. You need a new job. Her question is, am I going to continue? You can see it down here. Am I going to continue with the job I currently have? That the phrasing of that is literally up to you. Am I going to continue? What that question implies is, am I willing to continue doing the job I'm doing? Right? That's the way that question was phrased. The way I phrased it in my head is, should you continue with that job? Should you? Because we all can do anything. We can do anything. We can sit and suffer for as long as we can. We can push through and struggle and overcome and persevere as long as we're willing. So what I wanted to know was, should you? The answer is a great big fucking no. Starting with the 5 of coins, which tells me that there's some cliquey bullshit happening in your job, and that you're often the one who has to take the burden on everything, and you're the one who's sort of left out in the cold when things don't go right. Feel free to confirm what I'm confirming for you in the comment section below, and tell the people how accurate that is. My goodness. Then I think it's taking a lot out of you physically and mentally. I think it's kind of draining you. I think for a long time you've sat complacent with this job. I think that you have often been daydreaming about what a new job would be, and what that would mean if you could line everything up and make it happen. I think that they take complete and total, wait a minute, press pause, thunderclees. My good friend Seneca. Hi, handsome. Love you so good. He's sending love to Tammy and love and light for her healing. That's great. But Miss Peggy, I am talking to you about the 5 of Swords. Clearly, there are people who are taking advantage of you at work, and it's not good. I don't think that's positive whatsoever. I do think that you feel trapped in the job that you're in. I think that you yourself don't see a way out of it. So look, make no movement out of that job until you have one that pays you equal to or more than what you're making now in something that you actually care about. Because Peggy, the time to get serious about staying steady in your job is important. So leave the job. From Kim Ford Johnson, real quick while it's on the screen. Las Vegas Para Unity Convention, December 9th through 11th at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Tickets are $60 for Friday only, $60 for Saturday only, and $100 for the 2-day pass. That's Friday and Saturday. The VIP dinner tickets, which include a 2-day ticket and a chance to have dinner with your lovely friend Ken Boggle, looking all snazzy, $200 solid, $200. Go to VegasParaUnity.com. Catch it. VegasParaUnity.com. Thank you, Mamacita. Real quick, back to Peggy. Leave that job. Totally leave that job. Anytime you see a 5 of coins and a 5 of swords, it tells me there's instability there. Where there once was stability, there is now none. And where I see a Four of Cups, it tells me that you're really just spinning your wheels, thinking of how things could get better. Peggy then says, "You are so on point thinking about retirement next December. Girl, you better work. If you're going to retire and you can handle it for a year and 5 months or a year and 4 months, whatever's left, then do it. Stick with it. Stick with it if you can retire them." Patricia Johnson Stacy says, "I've had many changes on my job path. Career questions." Patricia says, "I've had many changes on my job path the last 2 months, being affected by family requirements and health. Am I currently on the right path?" Good morning to Mr. John Covey, who's joining us. John looks handsome as fuck. How you doing? Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Miss Patricia Johnson Stacy. Simple question. She just wants to know if she's on path. And don't we all? I feel like I'm really getting that question a lot. Not just like on Coffee with Ken Boggle, but like in the world of my private readings that I do. And even in conventions, people need to know that they're on path because everything is very kind of up in the air right now. So let's see if she's on path. 5 card yes. 5 card yes that you are on the right path. But you know what? I think that you're taking on too much of your family's responsibilities by yourself. I think that, okay, now I'm going to give you a dose of truth. Are you ready? I think you pick up the slack where other people don't or won't. And we need to talk about it. At the end of the day, family responsibilities are just that, the responsibilities of the family. If someone who is in the family does not want to participate in helping the family suffers because of that person. The one in the family that suffers the most is the one that takes the helm, the one who gets a hold of the steering wheel and makes things happen. She or he or they are the ones that suffer the heaviest, aside from the family member who's going through the health issues and all these things. Sometimes the suffering of the person and their health issues is equal to the suffering of the one person that does take it all on. It makes me think of a good friend of mine named Belinda Carter. She takes on and takes on and takes on. But here's a dose of truth for you, Patricia. You've made that bed. You've made the bed. And I mean that from not a place of judgment, not a place of judgment. I mean that from a place of you've stood up and stood up and stood up and done and done and done. That one, no one thinks that they need to do anything because Patricia's got it. Two, Patricia has become a place, has developed a mindset and come to a place where no one can do it quite as well as Patricia. Three, Patricia's the general manager of the family. And I don't recall anybody having an interview process and an application process and then someone presenting you with that job title. It's something that you've done on your own. But you know what? Somebody had to do it. And I hear that. I hear that 100%. Somebody had to take care of it. I get it. But you need to go back to your siblings and tell them the following: get your shit together and don't come whiffing around when somebody passes away, because we're not going to have that fallout at the funeral home, right? Either care for your family members while they're here or quit saying that you love them. Either, she says, I got 1 and 3, but vocal about 2, or I can't really see that, but yeah, I'm guessing she's got 3. Anyway, point is this: if your family ain't being family in times of that person suffering, then they don't need to have an opinion. They don't need to be praised. They don't need to be considered family, because at the end of the day, family's there for each other, blood related or chosen. And they've all put you in a situation, sister. and you yourself put yourself in that situation. Have a meeting and wisely and compassionately say to them, I need help, and I need help immediately. I am drowning. I've made it comfortable for all of you. I've done all of this for you. I have given everything to mommy, daddy, whomever, and I simply can't do it anymore. And I need your help. And then say, how you handle what I've just asked of you will determine how our relationship goes from this point forward. And don't go backward. Do not go backward. If they shrink from responsibility and they keep pushing it all on you, it's the thing about loving them from a distance. You can love them, you can care for them. That's what God asks of us. But you certainly don't have to cater to them. You don't have to participate with them. You don't have to give to them. You simply love them from afar. Even the Buddha said, I can't help you anymore, and I'm going to have to care for you from over here. Okay? Good luck. Good luck. Let's see. Should we do one more or do the Tarot Weekly Forecast? Karen Jubek says you're talking to everybody. Karen says, oh my God, you could be talking to me. Family, but work. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the thing. Let's go ahead and do the Tarot Weekly Forecast. Why don't you grab a pen and a piece of paper? I'm going to do the Tarot Weekly Forecast for you. I'm going to give you a card for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm going to need you to write down the card so you can investigate it further, learn a little bit of tarot on your own, and also write down kind of what is going to happen and my suggestion for making it the best possible. Because here on Coffee with Ken Boggle, we make crap fantastic. We turn the terrible into terrific, or we take the terrific and amplify it till it's so freaking amazing that not even we can stand it, right? Are you ready? Tarot Weekly Forecast with your buddy Ken Boggle. That coffee though, right? Tarot Weekly Forecast. Here we go. One more thing. Press pause. You will notice that people in family situations slowly give up responsibility to help. It's insidious. It happens over a period of time. It can be something very simple. There's one responsibility that they shrink from, and we allow it. And then another responsibility happens that they disregard, and we allow that. And then another, and then another, then another, then another, then another. And we keep accepting the bullshit. Stop. Stop doing that. Stop being taken advantage of. Tell them to get their shit together. That's simple. Sorry, there it is. Tarot Weekly Forecast. What in the bipolar moment? I went from giddy to serious to get. Just because it needed to be said. Spirit God said, wait a minute. Let people know how insidious it is. Let them know how very subtle these things are. They just slowly start to kind of shrink from responsibility, and we keep taking on more and more and more. Before you know it, boom, you're underappreciated, you're overworked, and you're overextended. And these fuckers are going on, their merry freaking way. It has to stop. And the only people to put a stop to it is us. The people who do give a shit, the people who do work hard, the people who do give, the people who do not shrink from day-to-day responsibility. We're the ones who must compassionately and wisely say, knock it the fuck off. Say less. That's what I'm about. Tarot Weekly Forecast. Here we go. Lots of face cards. Lots of court cards. Ooh. Wow. Where to begin? I guess Monday. Let's start with Monday. You'll notice that down here, Elizabeth's going to put Tarot Weekly Forecast and the date. Blurp, blurp, blurp. So that I stay on track, because when I'm in the mode and I'm in the vibe, I don't remember dates. I don't remember where I'm at. Let's talk about Monday. Monday, August the 2nd is the Queen of Swords. Say it with me, kids. Pages think about things. Knights act on things. Queens nurture things. And kings master things. So when we're looking at the suit of swords, we're thinking about systems, communication, problem solving, troubleshooting. And a queen nurtures positive communication. She nurtures problem solving. She nurtures organization and structure. She nurtures good, healthy mental thought and good, clear communication. Monday, August the 2nd, also think about the women in your life who are sharp tongued. They may be suffering in mental situations that you need to kind of help with. Okay. This is also a card of mothers. And whenever you see a tarot card with a face card on it and it's a page, it's usually about young kids. Or if it's a knight, it's about younger adults, teenagers going into young adulthood. Uh, Queens are usually 30 or higher. Kings are usually 30 or higher. Okay. 30 years old or higher. So reach out to those ladies 30 years or more who are sharp tongued and usually very on the ball and see if there's any way you can help them. Conversely, tomorrow, Monday, August the 2nd, if you come across the lady and she's acting like a real bitch, you can tell her to fuck off. It's a thing, it's allowed. If you've got someone who's just completely and totally talking smack and mess, find a way to wisely, wisely and compassionately tell them to chill the fuck out. It's okay. It happens. Let's do Tuesday. Tuesday, August the 3rd. Look at that. It's a King of Swords. So not are we on Tuesday, we're not mastering, sorry, we're not nurturing. We're not nurturing problem solving and troubleshooting. We're achieving it. We're doing it. We're mastering it. We're being very logical, very rational, very steady, very organized, somewhat stubborn. Stubbornness is okay if you're right. Um, but in order to determine if you're right about what you think is the end all, you have to be willing to hear the other side. You have to be willing to hear the other side. And if what's being said on the other side makes sense, you have to chill out. You can't be so steadfast in your perspective. Okay. Conversely, if you have listened to it and it doesn't logically or rationally make sense and there's error in it and you can prove that there's error in it and you can illustrate the failure, then you stay where you need to stay. Also, this card is about fathers. It's also about men in our lives who are rather important, sort of authoritative figures. So really mind your P's and Q's on Tuesday. Don't go speeding. Not the day to speed. Ken Boggle. Yeah, but anyway, there's that. There's that King of Swords. That is Tuesday, August the 3rd. Wednesday, August the 4th, brings us to King of Coins. Now, this is most notably about father figures, okay? Reach out to your daddy if he's still with us. If he's not still with us, take a moment to light a candle and whisper a prayer for him. This is a day, since it's a king, to master coins. Coins are about work, family, home, health, money, okay? Work, family, home, health, money, coins. It's a day to master it. Now, you may notice a lot of people on Wednesday the 4th are depending on you. They're watching you and they're checking out what you're doing. You'll notice that is symbolized by the homes and the structures of the building in the back. This might be a day to really master things at work. And if home is your work, it's double duty, right? It's double duty. So really make it happen. The thing I love about the King of Coins is that, yeah, he has let things kind of fall to the side, but he's still producing benefit in the background. Do you see the garland there? That's still, yeah, very nice. Now, you might ask yourself what these rams are about. The rams are another symbol of stubbornness, okay? So, again, let's not have a 2-day streak of stubborn bullshit, shall we? Be willing to hear the other side. And if it makes sense, alter your perspective, change your perspective. And speaking of perspective, Thursday, August the 5th, brings us to the Seven of Wands. Challenges and obstacles will arise on Thursday, August the 5th, but it's important for you to rise above them and to challenge them. challenge them. We see in the Five of Wands, again, this is the Seven of Wands, but we see in the Five of Wands that this character is actually down with the other wands, fighting it out. It's very competitive, it's very fist to cuffs, it's very level, and that level is low. It's like wallowing in the muck, you know. In the Seven of Wands, he rose above it. He rised above it. He. Are you done? Great. So, coffee pot. So he is rising above his obstacles and his challenges, and he is making a way. Right. He is going to knock through all these obstacles and challenges. He's not going to shrink away from responsibility. He's just going to do it from a higher perspective. Let these other hogs root around in it, as my granny used to say. Let the big hog root. Meaning, if somebody wants to wallow around in the bullshit, let them. Don't get down there with them. Don't do it. Don't do it. Rise above it. That's Thursday, August the 5th, Seven of Wands. Friday, August the 6th brings us to the Two of Cups. This is a great day for communication. It's a great day to communicate with people. It's a great day for others to catch your drift. Your chemistry should be on point. You should be heading toward balance in the way that you communicate with people. And if you are not in a relationship, Friday, August the 6th may be a great day to talk to somebody. If you have been holding off about discussing your feelings with someone that you kind of fancy, my holler came out even more so than it normally does. If you have been worried or keeping that to yourself, your emotional kind of connection that you want to have with somebody, Friday, August the 6th is the day to talk about it. It's the day to talk about it. Also, you might find communicating with people, this is deeply psychic, so pay attention to what I'm going to say next. You might find that communicating with people that you headed out with earlier in the week, it could very well heal you. This is a good day for apologies. Normally, the card isn't read that way, but that's the beautiful thing about being psychic. You sometimes read the cards as they need to be read, not as they're supposed to be read, right? That's what we do. So anyway, you could be healed by communicating with somebody on Friday, August the 6th. Could be emotionally healed or whatever. If you had it out with them on Thursday the 5th, heal it August the 6th, that Friday. That brings us to Saturday, August the 7th. Woof. This is the Emperor. Everything you do Saturday must be organized. Everything you do Saturday must be structured. It is not a day to be willy freaking nilly. It ain't the day to be willy nilly. Um, it's a day to get stuff done. It's a day to get stuff done. Notice again, what are these up here? Rams. What does that tell us? We may have a stubborn streak. We may have a stubborn streak. Because look, he has already been on these paths. He's already handled all these big, you see these mountains? They're symbols of what he has already achieved and the obstacles he's overcome. And so are these little paths. It tells you he's already lived a whole life and he knows how to get from point A to point B. But we must be willing to hear the other side. Conversely, Saturday, August the 7th, the Emperor is about law enforcement. If you're up to no good, you're going to get busted on Saturday. Saturday's a day to be busted. Not good. Not good. So mind your P's and Q's. Mind your P's and Q's. Do it. Always be the best citizen you can be while still having fun. Finally, Sunday, August the 8th, we have the Queen of Coins. Say it with me, kids. Pages think, knights act, queens nurture, kings master. Beautiful. Coins are about what? Work, family, home, health, money. Very important for you that day. Very important for you that day to really be focusing on your work, family, home, and money. Nurture these things. Nurture the people in them. Um, I feel that Friday Two of Cups is going to make Sunday the 8th of August, Queen of Coins, much easier. Much easier. Now, Queen of Cups is most noted to be about mothers. However, I feel like this one's reach out to your mommy. Reach out to your mommy. Okay. Wonderful. There you go. There's your tarot weekly forecast. Now, last time and thank you all very much for participating in it. Greatly appreciate it. Last time when I left you with some great bit of wisdom about acceptance, and I left you with a great bit of wisdom about being true to yourself. I can't top that, so I'm not going to try. So I'm just going to leave you with this. Remember that at the end of the day, you are your brother's keeper. Your happiness is not more important, nor is it indivisible from that of his. We are as inseparable as fish and water. Take care of yourselves and take even better care of each other. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.